Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. If this is your first time, thank you for checking it out. We are in the middle of a series of videos, so if you want to get caught up, check out those previous videos on the channel. We are building out a very complex web application. We have a lot of pieces already, but there's many pieces left to do. Other quick updates mentioned last time, but I do have a blog I started, so it'll be a little bit behind the video series, so I need to write the content for it. I have the one post so far, and so I'm going to be building up that blog with all the previous episodes as well. So if you prefer a written format for these videos with code snippets and screenshots and step-by-step guides, that would be where to go for those. And I will post a link to that blog in the description below. Let's see. So last video, we put in some logging into our application with a log framework. And this video will be a bit of trial and error to try to get it to stream logs to CloudWatch. I have not done this before, so this is something new for me. So hopefully we can figure this out. And again, this would be trial and error to try to get it to work. So if you want to see how it would think through things, how it would triage and research different things, then you can stick around for the video. Otherwise, once the blog post for this video is available, that will have all the steps needed for that to work. And this is not a critical video for your application. This is just a nice to have to see logs in AWS. So, a few things to note. So we've been using this GitHub library. I will post a link of this as well in the description below. But it did mention that it needs a policy for permissions from the EC2 instance to CloudWatch. So we need to check this out. And I did look in CloudWatch and I do not see our logs being written here, so it is not working currently. So we do have an issue to figure out. Something I did notice is the region is US East 2, and what I put in was US East 1. Wherever that guy went to in here, US East 1. So this would be something we can change and commit real quick to see if that will fix the issue. So there's a couple things to start with trying to get this to work. So let's first look at our policies for EC2. So if I go to EC2, we should see a running instance. Alright, so this is our instance. Under the description down here, there should be, let me zoom in a little bit. Probably forgot to do that last video, so apologies for that. So there is a role for this EC2 instance. So let's go ahead and look at what this role has. So it has these three AWS policies, and probably under the worker tier is what we want. And so it does do some CloudWatch stuff. Let's go ahead and check out what it does. So CloudWatch logs access, is able to put log events and create log streams, but the log group is only for AWS Elastic Beanstalk, where our log group that we have is COM AutoTrader. So it looks like our EC2 instance also does not have access for that log group to write to CloudWatch. So why don't we go ahead and attach a policy to this role. We'll look for log. CloudWatch logs full access. Let's see what this has in it. So for logs, it allows anything. So this would do all of our writes and reads to our log for any resource that we want. So let's go ahead and select that guy and attach it to our role. So now we have full access to CloudWatch for this guy. Excellent. So let's switch over to our configurations in our code. We'll go ahead and make this US East 2 to match the region that our log CloudWatch service is in. So let's go ahead and commit that. So git add dot git commit dash m changed changed log region to US East 2 git push and zoom in a little bit. Again, apologies I didn't zoom in last video, but if you want to look at the blog post once it's available, it'll have all of this stuff in there as well. So that pushed successfully. So let's jump back to AWS. Zoom in a little bit. So let's go to our code pipeline. So our build has already been kicked off. And while this is going, I have Postman brought up as well to hit our endpoint with once it's deployed. A couple notes I did in here since a couple videos ago, my Postman for whatever reason wasn't logged in right. So I did create another collection here and save this GET request in that collection. So that's all pretty standard. So if we go ahead and send a request, it still works. We had it pass. It would be nice to put some breakpoints in here. Not breakpoints, new line characters. Alright, so code build succeeded. The deploy says it also succeeded with the correct commit message. So we'll go ahead and go to Elastic Beanstalk to see, make sure health is okay. Yes. Excellent. So let's go to Postman again. Let's make sure we hit our endpoint a couple of times with the new code out there. That should generate some logs. So let's go ahead and just kind of refresh this page. So we'll go back into CloudWatch. So it looks like we do have Auto Trader as a group now. So it looks like that is at least visible. That's a good sign. Let's go to log groups and see if it's in here, and it is. It has our expiration of 7 days, and that's good. We have a couple streams coming in, and we have our log messages. Good times. And that's pretty much all this video is going to be. So just to recap what we did, we added a policy to the EC2 role, and we changed the log region to US East 2, which is where my CloudWatch and EC2 instances are set up in. We invoked our endpoint a couple times to get some logs, and we have logs. So this is going to be a super short video. I'm very pleased by that. So if you'll have any troubles or issues, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to respond to those and help out. Other than that, I guess to fill up a little bit more time, the next things we're going to be working on, kind of mentioned in the past video, but I want to shore up our invoke method here a little bit and put in some error handling, so some exception cases to catch those exceptions and maybe throw back custom exceptions that better define what happened. So we'll do that probably next video. The video after, we will add in a second API call. So we'll use our authorization token in a call to get the fundamentals data from a ticker symbol. So we'll find a ticker symbol that we can play with and see if we can call Robinhood's API for that endpoint and get back some fundamentals for that ticker. After we do that, and that we can do a test-driven development approach, because that should be pretty well defined since we have a working example already. It will probably be a post request as well. So we're posting data, and it should return back that data in the payload. We'll write some integration tests around it to make sure that it works in Spring and within our test controller endpoint. So we'll do all those integrations, hopefully all in one video, so it should be pretty straightforward. We might split up to 2 separate videos. We'll see how that timing goes. And then after that second call, we'll do a video where we refactor a lot of our client calls that we have made so far into a factory. And so that way, be a real nice pattern to go with, where we can import or wire in our factory and then just call whatever calls that we need from that factory. So we'll go through that exercise, and then we'll just keep on adding more and more API client calls to our factory. So thank you all for watching this video. Again, comment below what you all think, and subscribe, bell notification if you want to be notified whenever these come out. And I believe that's it. So have a good night, and I'll see you all in the next video.